Hi, my name is Doris and welcome to my channel, Crafting My Way. Today I will be doing more Christmas DIYs. You can make very simple things just from the Dollar Tree, from Hobby Lobby, Dollar General. So I will be sharing all of that with you, the different things that I have gotten from the different stores. And please don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so that way when I do another video, you will sure get it. And please don't forget to subscribe. Okay guys, right here is I painted this board that my husband had. He was repairing a gate or something, and I decided to use it for the red buffalo, this plaid, to see how it would come out. And I'm going to use the paint tape to begin to divide it, but it's not an even board, but it's just something that was there that I wanted to try to see what I could do with it. Okay, now right here, I'm using the paint tape, and what I did, I put the one in the center, has a divider, has a starting point, um, and once you get it, your tape lined up together like so, then you put your 3 strips, and you're going to remove the center. The one that you put in has that divider. And I didn't sand my board or anything. As I say, this is a board that my husband had that he wasn't using, and he, I guess, was repairing a piece of fence. So it was something that was laying around. I said, okay, let me try the red buffalo designs here. So I'm putting it on vertically now, and as I said, I started it in the center, and I'm going to remove the center piece each time. So you really don't have to press your centerpiece down. Well, if you start at the top, you don't have to, but it's not, as I said, it's not a board that I had um, measured or anything like that. I just wanted to see, since it was there, what I can do with it as far as the red buffalo um, decor goes. So I'm going to, now that I have it all down, I'm going to use the black and red acrylic paint that I got from Walmart, and I'm going to mix those two together, the black and the red, to get the burgundy dark color that I'm looking for. Once I mix them together, I really didn't mix enough to start out, so I had to mix more as we go along. But it is something I thought, when sometimes we have things laying around our house that we can really make nice little decors out. It might not be as perfect as you like, but it'll come out pretty much like you want it to, and it didn't have to spend any money because it was something that was already there. So I think at the end it did come out nicely. I feel really bad because I did lose footage on my project. Something happened with my camera. I didn't realize it had stopped or whatever happened with it. So a lot of it I did not get to do, but I will tell you the steps that I did take, because once I painted this with the dark burgundy paint here, and you want to be careful to make sure that your tape is down so that it don't bleed under there. So once I get this painted here, then I let it dry for a little spell, and I'll even use my heat gun. Then I'm going to remove the paper tape, and then I'm going to, once I remove the paper tape here, then I will apply more tape, but I'm going to use it at this point. Once I remove this, I'm going to take it across and use it horizontally, and then I'm going to paint it a bright red, which this is the part that is missing from my video, where I do it horizontally. And then once that dry, then I take it and I put the vertical. At this point, you don't remove any more tape. Once I remove this tape here, and I put the other tape on horizontally, and I painted a bright red, then I let that tape stay, and then I go back across it again vertically, and I paint it black. It's the last step to that. But I just really wanted you guys to see this, the reason why I continue to do it. Okay, now here is semi-dry. I will use the heat gun with it to try to dry it somewhat. And once I remove it, as I said, I will still use the heat gun because it got a little paint still left on the board, and you really want to make sure it's completely dry so that it don't stick to your tape, your paint tape. So once I get it, dry here, I'm going to remove the tape, and then I'm going to add the paper tape, the new tape. I'm going to add it across horizontally, and then I'm going to paint it bright red. And when that dry, I'm going to leave that tape there, and I'm going to go back again like I started in the long position, which is the vertical, and I will paint that black. And once I paint it black and it dries, I remove it, and there you have your checkerboard. But it's just that, as I said, I lost my footage on it with my camera. So I'm just going to remove this part here. And I'm being careful because I didn't sand it or do anything with it because I really wasn't for sure with it being a board that you would get from a wood fence, a wood gate, or whatever it is. And once I move it, then I will use the heat gun again because it didn't completely, some of it was still a little wet and I didn't want the tape to stick to it. And it's so funny because some people I've seen that did do these buffalo designs. They didn't wait for any of it to dry. Once they got through, they just took the tape, reapplied more tape, and it just turned out so beautiful. And the red tape, I'm sorry, the red paint that I started with the board of itself is a 2X spray paint is what I use. Now right here, I have a little few areas that seem to be a little dry, so I will use the heat gun again to just kind of like dry some of the areas that I noticed it seemed to be a little wet. And and then I'm going to use the tape to go across it. And I just wanted you guys to see how it turned out is the reason I continue to do it, so you can see. I thought it turned out kind of cute to be just a plain board laying around. And at the end, I added the wording to the board, we believe, and I printed those up with my Cricut machine. So, and I set it outside, so it looked really nice once it was finished. Then I begin to put the tape here, and I go all the way across like I did the other. And right here is the board where I added the wording "We Believe" with my Cricut machine. I think it turned out quite cute. Um, Let me know what you think, and please don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. Thank you.